Hey, it's me again, and we're chatting games. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. All those 8-bit chip tunes. So what do we got here? Well, most of you probably already know, and you've probably read the title of the video. This is, of course, the original Final Fantasy on Nintendo Entertainment System, NES. Sorry. I just played an SNES in the last one, that's why I'm thinking SNES. Anyway, Final Fantasy. This game isn't everyone's cup of tea. Certainly my favorite series that's ever been put out. I will give it that. This is, of course, the original game on the NES, as I already said. What can I say about this game? I love it. So I'm a little bit further in the game than I was in, say, Chrono Trigger, where I started off at the beginning. I'm closer to the Elf City right now, before the cave, and as you can see, I just entered combat in a separate screen. Now this game is incredible, super innovative for its time, and started an entire series, of course, an entire genre. In many respects, even though Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior was before it, also a really good RPG, if you ever get a chance to play that on the Nintendo. This one, and the reason I say it's not for everyone, is because it hasn't aged super well, let's put it that way. It's got some really weird inconsistencies. Well, not inconsistencies, but the way it was programmed is very strange. So, like, say all four of my guys attack the same monster. Well, here, let's show you. All four of my guys are going to attack this monster. We're going to see if we're going to kill it before all of four of my attacks go through. And I'll show you what I mean. Probably the most annoying part of this game, and it's called the ineffective attack. And I probably won't kill him, since all my guys are super weak still. But that's okay. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'll definitely kill him next round. That's what's important. Oh, too bad. He's already dead. So let's do it with the next guy. These guys are easier. He had a lot of hit points. Come on. Let's show this off to the nice people here watching this video. They want to see this. This is like probably before many of these people's times. Haha, terminated. Now the next guy who attacks, watch this. This is really annoying. Ineffective. Now, that means you have to plan out your strategy as you're playing, and that's probably one of the hardest parts of this game. It also makes it really good because you have to use strategy, which is, you know, part of the RPG experience, I think. Strategy's always been a big part of it. You gotta know which attacks to use, which enemies are weak to what. This game you can't really tell, you just sort of guess, even though they do have weaknesses and strengths and whatnot. Classic victory theme. So, do I think this is the best Final Fantasy of? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Is it super innovative for its time and started the whole JRPG trend? I would say yes, even though Dragon Warrior came before it. I just have to specify that because I'm sure somebody's going to get really mad at me for pushing this ahead of Dragon Warrior, but let's face it, come on now. If you've played Dragon Warrior, it's great, but this one has the presentation. This was cutting edge at the time. Oh, and if you heard weird clicks, that is my my NES Advantage controller. The massive joystick controller that you can get for the... Oh, look at that. Oh, come on now. See what I mean about it being annoying? It makes the battles like 40 times longer in this game. So, in the remakes, and I highly suggest getting the PSP remake. I think it's the best version of Final Fantasy 1, or Final Fantasy, if you want to call it by its actual name. It's just easier to say Final Fantasy 1, so you know you're talking about the first one. Definitely check that version out. It's got the updated graphics, music, it's got all the movies from the PS1 version on it, and they fixed all of these weird little problems. They also fixed the weird scaling problems in this game. And what I mean by that is you will walk into areas many times and the enemies will be like 5-6 levels ahead of you for no reason at all. It doesn't progress as well as some of the other later titles where there's like a slow increment of power up to around the end where things get really hard. And yeah, I mean, you can see like how much of this game influenced later titles and how the legacy continued down the line. I'll use the magic effect here. See, it's an awesome game though. If you really like JRPGs, if you're super hardcore and you don't mind older graphics or anything like that, and you're all about gameplay, even if you're not all about gameplay, I mean, because like I said, there's problems with the gameplay, but, and I know I sound like I'm harping on this thing, but I really do love this game. I'm gonna split up my attacks. Hopefully I can kill these guys and then I can go into the town and save so I don't lose my experience, because this is my actual file. And I had to start over again, and I'm going to show you why. Because I had already beat this game. You might notice my party arrangement. There are 2 other classes. There's Thief and Red Mage are the 2 other classes you can pick from at the beginning, but you can only pick 4. And I like the Black Mage and White Mage because they can get the most powerful magics of the Red Mage. So, now watch this. To hold reset while you turn your power off. You know why? Because this game can short and it'll erase your save file, which really sucks. But that's not going to happen because I am going to hold reset when I turn the power off. I am not going to start over again this time. Anyway, that's Final Fantasy 1, or Final Fantasy, on the Nintendo Entertainment System. One of my favorite games of all time. And next time, I think we'll change it up a little bit. We'll do something from a different series from Japan. One that I really like, but maybe not necessarily the best game. Well, I'll see you then.